Right, let's bring you up to date with some of the day's other news stories. The Afghan Disaster Agency says at least 61 people have been killed by heavy snowfall and rain in the past 3 days across the mountainous northern and central parts of Afghanistan. The agency said that more than 100 people had been injured and over 400 houses destroyed in snowstorms and avalanches. Huge snowfalls have blocked roads, including the key highway over the Hindu Kush linking Kabul to the northern provinces. A landslide killed at least 7 people on Saturday and more than 80 are missing on Indonesia's main island of Java. The landslide, triggered by heavy rainfall, struck a village in the region of West Bandung. Indonesia's weather agency had previously warned of extreme weather, including heavy rains in West Java province, for a week. A 12-year-old boy who was bitten by a shark in Sydney earlier this week has died in hospital. Nico Antic had been jumping off a rock with friends near Sydney Harbour when he was attacked by what's believed to be a bull shark. It was one of 4 shark attacks reported across New South Wales in just 48 hours. A monster winter storm is expected to engulf much of the United States over the weekend, from the Rockies to the eastern seaboard. We're keeping an eye on the live images from Oklahoma. Widespread travel problems and power outages are expected. At least 14 states and the District of Columbia have declared weather emergencies. The storm is all the more challenging because it's combined with a bitter Arctic cold. In New York, residents have been told to stay inside. Warming centres have been opened for the vulnerable, and residents across the United States prepared for the storm, buying generators, firewood and also groceries. When it comes to that storm, we've got much more on our website as well, detailing exactly where the eye of the storm is. Now, President Trump has threatened Canada with 100% tariffs if it makes a trade deal with China. This is what the US leader said on his Truth Social account just a short time ago. If Governor Carney, that's what he calls him, thinks he's going to make Canada a drop-off port for China to send goods and products into the United States, he's sorely mistaken. China will eat Canada alive, completely devour it, including the destruction of their businesses, social fabric and general way of life. In that statement, he goes on to add that those tariff threats, saying, quote, if Canada makes a deal with China, it will be immediately hit with 100% tariffs against all Canadian goods and products coming into the USA. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Signing off, President DJT. Of course, yes, we know that he calls him Governor Carney, but he is Prime Minister Carney. Earlier, I spoke to our World News correspondent Joe Inwood, and he started by reacting to President Trump, referring to exactly that, Canada's Prime Minister as Governor.
Well, of course, he is Prime Minister, Mark Carney. That's a reference to the threats or the suggestion that Donald Trump has been making over the last year that he wants to make Canada the 51st state of the United States. And so calling him Governor Carney implies that it is already the case. It's just having a dig at him. This all comes, give you all the context to this. So last week, we saw a really powerful, some people have said, sort of, a historic speech from Mark Carney, where he basically spoke about the end of the old world order as we've seen it. He was talking in Davos.